Hello everybody, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. I'm JR. Today I want to take a moment to go over how I set this axle up with you guys. For people who don't know how to set an axle up or where to start, I just want to kind of cover what I did here. This is a Ford Sterling 9.75 that I'm going to put in my C10, but it really applies to anything. The popular 8.8, you know, whatever you're using, you're going to have to figure a few things out. So my axle shafts came back from Mosier. They're just re-drilled stock shafts. They're super beefy, by the way. If you've never seen a Ford 9.75 axle shaft, it's beef. I had a moment of madness where I thought I was going to cut this down and narrow it, but I did the measurements and it's like 1.685 inches wider on this side than the other side. And so you guys know, they don't narrow the Explorer 9 inches or 8.8s or anything else to get the pinion centered. They do it just to get the tires under the wheel wells. So if that's not a concern or you don't care, it doesn't matter that the pinion's offset. It's offset on all of them. It helps the U-joints work a little better. I think the 12 bolt's like a 1/2 inch offset, and the 8.8 is like 9/16 offset. It's no big deal. But anyway, on the Explorer 8.8, you can take out or add like 2 3/4 of an inch. But on this, it's only like a little over 1.5 inches. 1.685, which, you know, adds up to a little over 3/4 of an inch per side. I don't care. I'll figure it out with back spacing and wheel spacers for the front, whatever I need to do. So anyway, I'm not gonna bother cutting 1.5 inches out of it. That's the difference between the longer and the shorter side, so that I can just use 2 of the short side shafts. I'd have to go to the junkyard and pull another one, and I'd have to send it down to Mosier and have it re-drilled, and that sounds like a debacle. It's better to just run with what I have for now, and there's plenty of these in the junkyard. So anyway, once you get your brackets cleaned off, and there's no secret sauce to cleaning the brackets off, right? I used my plasma cutter to rough cut most of them. Once they were close, I used the Sawzall, I used the grinder, I used whatever I could, you know, to get down to fairly smooth tube. I didn't bother to perfect it. You can see there's still the ghost of a bracket there. Whatever. Didn't matter. Doesn't matter. You got to get it down enough to put your spring purchase on, okay? Once you do that, once you have the tubes all clean, you know, figure out your spring spacing and your spring width. So on a C10, it's 2.5 inches of spring width, and then the perches are 42.5 inches wide, eye to eye. So what I did was I set them up. I gotta wait while the loudest truck in the world goes by. Super mega hot rod. 175 Thunder and 305 ponies right there. Anyway, it's 42.5 inches spring eye to spring eye, or spring pin, center pin to center pin, I should say. So I set them 42.5 inches apart, and then I measured from the machine flange on the end to the center pin, and I did the same over there, and I just worked them around until I had the same distance to the end. Which should center it under the truck. Once that was done, I set the pinion angle at 4 degrees down. You can't see it right now because I just propped it up with a axle shaft or with a jack stand for the purpose of this video. I actually set it up level first. I used the bubble level to make sure that that upper place where I have this flat spot, I wanted to make sure that where I was mounting my angle gauge was on the same plane as the pinion itself, and it is. So I set this to be 4 degrees down, which I based on a Dick Miller book that I read years ago, and he does it based on horsepower level. So in the 400 to 600 horsepower range, you want to be probably 4 to 5 degrees down. So once I had that, I just used a jack under there, lowered it down. Once I had that set to where it was reading 5 degrees down, 4 degrees down, is that 4 degrees? I set it on each perch, and I made them 0, and then I tacked them in. And that's it. This thing is ready to go under the truck tomorrow, or probably Saturday. Tomorrow's Friday. I have an appointment in Detroit tomorrow. Probably Saturday, I'll slide this under the truck. I'll cut the 12 bolt out and cut the shock mounts off of it, weld them on here when I'm done. This is going to have to go in and out a couple times. I'm going to need to set it up in there, make sure that, you know, it fits everything okay. Assuming it does, I'll still have to drop it down to fully weld the perches, and then pick it back up. But yeah, it'll be ready to go at that point. I still got to beat the U-joint out of. I went and got a drive shaft. I think you guys saw it in another video. I had a drive shaft with the right flange on it, but I haven't beaten the U-joint out of it yet because it's just so blasted hot out lately. It's like 90°C and stupid sunny right now. So, oh, the rotors are at my local. Here's the old junkyard Hemi. Alexa, stop playing. The rotors are at my local place that made my drive shaft. I went through hell trying to find somebody that can do that. The distance between my drill and this post isn't big enough to allow me to put those 13.5-inch Ford rotors on there, so I had to farm that out. So right now I'm into this for like $195. I paid $135 for the axle, and then I paid $65 to have the shafts re-drilled, and I'm gonna pay $65 for the brake rotors. Oh, and $20 for the drive shaft. So we'll call that $275. I'm into this for $275 right now, which is still a lot cheaper than I could have repaired that 12 bolt, even if I could have gotten it apart. But when I do get that out, I'm going to go ahead and tear it down and try all the suggestions I got. We'll go through the suggestions one by one on pulling the cap and pulling the shims and all that crap to see if we can get the C-clips out. I know we can't, but I'm willing to entertain everybody and humor everybody. So that's it. Hopefully that helps you if you're trying to set up an axle yourself. It's not super hard. Just find 0, set your pinion angle, and then 0 your perches out. And that's really the whole thing. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time on The Driveway Engineer. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and have a good one from the Pirate Cove.